So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the easiest way to get a Shiny Honedge, how to evolve that Shiny Honedge into a Shiny Doublade, and how to evolve that Shiny Doublade into a Shiny Aegislash, or Aegislash, how you pronounce it, in this video. If you enjoyed this one, leave a like, subscribe for more. Let's go ahead and jump straight into this. First things first, if you don't know how to catch Honedge, it has to be nighttime, so we're going to go find a bench, we're going to kill some time, and make sure that we sleep until the night. So if you missed my guide on how to shiny hunt, I went kind of through this a little bit more in depth, but I will explain it briefly in this video. We're going to be going to Zone 4. That's where we're going to be finding Honedge. Now, in order to kind of spawn Honedge, we're going to be essentially respawning, fast traveling to Zone 4 over and over and over again. And there could be up to 10 Pokemon that are shiny that spawn in the game at once. Actually, in fact, there's one directly ahead of me right now. I don't know if you can see it, but right on the wall is my third or fourth shiny Spinarak, how you pronounce it. So that's cool. So again, you just keep spawning in at Zone 4, and anything within a 50 meter radius typically is going to be reset. So usually Honedge could spawn over here, but here's a little caveat, however you pronounce it. Apparently I'm bad with words. Honedge can also spawn all the way back here, and as you can see right now, there is no Honedge anywhere in here. So you might want to kind of, oh, actually there's one right here. So you might want to come all the way back here just to kind of like check and make sure, you know, that kind of spawns in and whatnot. And again, you're looking for a Honedge that's going to be, of course, red. So kind of do that, and then you can just kind of respawn, fast travel to Zone 4 again, and then keep doing that multiple times. Again, within a 50 meter radius. So what does that mean? Okay, let me put a little point down so we can see. Now, some people do say it could be up to 70 meters. I am one of those people that thinks it's pushing 70. So for example, it's up to 40. I think 50 is going to be right about like here-ish, right? Yeah, 50 is like right here around this light post. Now, if it is up to 70, then we can push it a little further up until like this point. But even if it is 70 meters, that still leaves all of back there. So if your Honedge doesn't spawn at the front entrance and instead it spawns all the way back here, do you just keep spawning in and checking the back? If you want to be super thorough, sure. But what you could also just keep doing is just keep spawning in, right? Because what this does is it resets all the Pokemon in a 50 meter radius. See that Honedge there? It wasn't there earlier. So every time I spawn in and fast travel to Zone 4, any Pokemon in that 50 meter radius is getting reset. So now the Honedge doesn't seem to be here this time. Actually, there's one over on this side now. So do you see what I mean? So they're going to spawn and despawn. So the best way to do this is just keep spamming, you know, Wild Zone again and again. And you don't have to keep checking every time, by the way, because shiny Pokemon do not despawn. Like I said, up to 10 shiny Pokemon are going to be in the game at once, and they're going to get overwritten if you spawn in another shiny Pokemon. So maybe, you know, check every once in a while, but you can just keep kind of doing that over and over and over again, and then kind of checking real quick. You can either peek around like this, or you can go directly inside. There's a Honedge there. It's blue, so I know it's not a shiny, and that's kind of the method to do that, right? We're just going to keep going in again and again and again. And again, not only are you going to potentially get shiny Honedge, you could also potentially get a shiny Ghastly, which Mega Gengar in shiny form is sick. It's like white. I haven't evolved it yet, but when I do, I'll show you guys in a different video. So there's a few in there. Again, the Spinaraks, for some reason, they have a higher rate. But anyways, once you get it, then we can evolve it. But I will show you some other locations, because if you want to get a Doublade shiny, and you know, without having to evolve it, or a shiny Aegislash, there is another location. So I'll show you that to be thorough. But first things first, if you just want to kind of evolve it, what do? Well, first thing is that we're going to have to actually level it up to level 35. So either use some rare candy, or, you know, whatever you want to do there. Get it up to 35, and then once it does that, it's going to go ahead and evolve. Okay, great. So the arrow's there. It's available. I can let it evolve. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to evolve my my shiny Honedge into a shiny Doublade, which now there's going to be 2 of them. Instead of just 1, now we got 2. See, that's how you double your shiny Pokemon. It's like a cheat code to doubling them. After that, what do? Well, you're going to have to use a Dusk Stone if you want to evolve it once again. Dusk Stones can be purchased at the Stone Emporium. I'll show you where that is in just a second. Do I actually even have any Dusk Stones? I should still have some Dusk Stones. So I'm going to go grab one here. I'm going to use the item on my my Doublade. I'll show you guys what that looks like as well, and then I'll show you the other location if you just kind of want to shiny hunt the Doublade, or shiny hunt the Aegislash, how you pronounce it. directly. And it is going to be a little bit later on in the game. That looks pretty cool. You gotta admit, it looks pretty cool with that kind of dark aesthetic. So that's that. Really quick before I show you the location, again, if you don't know where the Stone Emporium is by now, you go over here to the Vernal Pokemon Center, and just south right here, Stone Emporium. You have to have been done the story for the Dusk Stones to appear there, but once you're done the story mode, Mission 39, they're going to show up there. Also later in the story, what we're going to be unlocking is over, where is it here? Down there, Los Angeles Cafe. So that's where we're going to go. We're going to go into Los Angeles Cafe. We're going to go inside. We're going to go into the labs, and I'll show you guys the best method to find the Honedge. So not the Honedge, we just did the Honedge. The Doublade and the Aegislash, whatever you want to call it. So we got these teleporters here, you see, right? Now, the beauty of these teleporters is this respawns Pokemon down here as well. And right here, you can see, oh, there is a Honedge here. I think Aegislash or whatever can sometimes spawn here. Correct me if I'm wrong. If not, then you might be out of luck. But either way, this is your other location, and probably the easier location to kind of do this, because you can just kind of keep spamming A right here instead of having to open up your pause menu and kind of, you know, go back into selecting the Wild Zone 4. So this probably is the easier way to farm Honedge. I forgot that Honedge actually shows up here. I thought it was just Doublade and Aegislash or whatever, however you pronounce it. So that's all you can do is just keep spamming that, checking here once in a while. Again, and you got 2 Honedges here, so you're and a Doublade there. So the chances are even higher to end up with one of these Pokemon. And this is a much faster method to kind of getting them to spawn in, and more specifically. So you have 2 methods to choose from, timestamps in the description, obviously, and so you guys can kind of skim through the video as you see fit. But that's pretty much it. That's how you get your Honedge, Doublade, Aegislash, whatever, in shiny form. The easiest way here in Pokemon Legends ZA. If you found this video useful, if you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe for more, and let me know which method you choose to use, if you're going to use this method here or the cemetery. Because the cemetery, again, you got other Pokemon that are going to spawn there, like the Ghastly and all these other Pokemon that can spawn there as well. So let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed it, stick around for more. Until the next one, game on. We'll see you guys later.